Good morning, guys. It's time for the best show in the world, the Quail. One thing that I absolutely love about Quail is that it starts at 9 a.m., but they allow media to go in at 7:30, before the music starts, before the huge crowds. That way we can actually cover content for you guys without a whole bunch of people getting in the way. And from a personal standpoint, I am so excited for today because they're actually revealing the successor to the Lamborghini Huracan. As a big Lambo fan and somebody who's owned multiple Gallardos and multiple Huracans, I'm excited to see what the new platform is all about. And I've got the world's best camera girl with me.
Hey.
Had the pleasure of going for an awesome drive in the Murray T.50 the other day. Such an insane sounding and driving car. Hopefully you can get behind the wheel at some point. The T33 Spider, I guess they changed the window line, the windscreen, and it looks so much sharper than before. One of the best sounding cars in the world, the T50S. Over here we've got the Zinger stand. One of my favorite parts about this car is the fact that it's a two-seater, but you sit behind the driver. So we've got the Zinger 21C here. This is the more track-focused variant. And then we've got the VMAX variant over here. This is actually the car that set the Goodwood hill climb record. It's got a V8 twin turbo making 950 horsepower. Then it's got two electric motors on the front for a combined 1,350 horsepower. Now, one of the reasons this car is so quick is because of its lightweightness. As you can see, they use a lot of 3D printing and computer modeling to remove unnecessary weight from the car. So all of these organic created parts are basically maximizing strength and lightness at the same time, something that wouldn't be possible with just conventional design. You have to use computer modeling in order to reduce the weight like that and keep it strong. So we first saw the new Bugatti Tourbillon at Goodwood Festival of Speed, but cool to see it at the Quail. What's so incredible about the Tourbillon is instead of using that quad turbocharged W16, they decided to completely reinvent the powertrain with an 8.3 liter naturally aspirated V16 and 3 electric motors making 1,800 horsepower, 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds, and one of the coolest exterior and interior designs of any car. And then we can see the full exposed carbon fiber monocoque over here. This I have never seen before, fully getting to see the underpinnings of the new Tourbillon with the engine exposed as well. First time seeing the Tourbillon with the doors up. I think it's really cool that they've added these butterfly doors to a car that normally has had conventional doors all its life. And it looks like they automatically open and close via the key, which is really cool. That full exposed carbon rear diffuser is out of this world, and I love the design elements in those taillights. How cool is this? First time seeing the powertrain in the Tourbillon, that naturally aspirated V16. Look at the intake plenum. That is absolutely gorgeous. That is a big 8.3 liter engine packed in there. Look at the full carbon fiber tub.
What you see here is what we have been working on for the last 4 years. And everyone was asking us, especially here, what's coming next. And we have been so excited about what we were doing, but we couldn't tell you yet. But now finally, here it is, the Bugatti Tourbillon. Developing a new Bugatti is something very special, but especially one that's developed completely from scratch, comes only around every couple of decades or so, and also one that basically defines a completely new chapter in the history of this historic brand. And doing that is a big responsibility, but also a big opportunity. So we have worked very hard making sure that this car is the best it can be in every aspect, the best of the best. As Ettore said, if comparable, it's no longer Bugatti. And if I look at this result, I'm so proud of the team, what they have achieved, and I can say it truly is incomparable. And we can also see that by the results. So the reactions from Bugatti enthusiasts, car people who just love cars, our fellow industry colleagues, and especially our customers has been overwhelming. So we are happy to announce today that just less than 2 months after initially showing the car, all 250 allocations have been spoken for. The Tourbillon is sold out. With the project, we could have gone in any direction. It could have been an SUV, could have been a sports car, could have been taking the Chiron and making it hybrid. We could have taken the Rimac Nevera, reskinning it into a Bugatti. But we at Bugatti say it's not about the easy way. It's not about doing the easy thing. It's about doing the right thing. And usually the right thing is the hard thing, no matter what you do in your life, but also developing a Bugatti. The right way is usually harder than the easy one. And we have done the hardest thing possible. A completely new car that has nothing in common with the Chiron or the Nevera or any other car. Everything is bespoke. A new combustion engine in this day and age, a V16 naturally aspirated 8.3 liter engine that's actually bigger than its predecessor, a completely new hybrid powertrain system, more performance, beautiful design outside and inside, and all of that in an even lighter car. Probably the only car, as far as we are aware of, that from a combustion engine to a hybrid car is lighter than its predecessor. And we all have seen it. It's beautiful from outside. The inside, I hope you have all seen it. It's on a completely different level. But something that you probably didn't have the opportunity to see yet is how it looks naked under the skin. Usually when you develop a car, you have two design disciplines, exterior design and interior design. There are two design teams that do what you see. But we want that the Bugatti is perfection under the skin. Everything, even the parts you don't see. And that's for us the rolling chassis. So we have introduced a third design discipline, the rolling chassis design, because we want it to be perfection everywhere. It has to be on the highest level, even if you never see it, but we see it and we care about it. So have a look at the rolling chassis as well, not just as a whole, but we also wanted to make sure that every piece of it, like for example the 3D printed suspension parts, are a piece that you can take, put in an art gallery, and it's incredible on its own. So you will now hear more about the development process and the design process and how we came here from the Bugatti design director, Frank Hale.
Thank you, Marta. So there's one aspect that is key in designing these things, which is the aspect of timelessness. If we look at how these cars endure the decades and sometimes even centuries, yesterday we saw the Type 35 race in Laguna Seca. That car today is 100 years old. So it's without an over-exaggeration that these cars need to be for 100 years. And how do you make a car timeless? It's the aspect of authenticity. To be timeless, the car needs to be authentic. It needs to tell a story. The story of the Tourbillon is the interplay between speed and elegance. One could almost say it is shaped by speed. So we have gone and reinterpreted a number of our design elements, so the front horseshoe grille, the Bugatti line on the side, the centerline accentuation, duotone paint scheme, all of those things are still there, yet it is shaped on a completely new proportion. We've lowered the roof, we take inspiration from the Falcon. If it nosedives, it tucks under its wing, it reduces its frontal area, and that's what we've come to do here as well. And this aerodynamic aspect works beautifully and aesthetically together with the proportion. So the lower roof makes the wheel look larger, and the stance are improved like this. Also the body posture, you can see the whole car is raked forward, ready to pounce like a predator. If we look at the interior, this is where digital detox meets the art of watchmaking. We have decided to do the entire human-machine interfacing between you operating the vehicle and displaying information at the driver in an analog fashion. Like this, it becomes timeless. So we have a very special steering wheel, which we call a fixed hub steering wheel, where the airbag and the instruments cluster stay put and the spokes reach around the steering wheel, which will give you a driving sensation that is truly incomparable. Also, the center console draws inspiration from the art of watchmaking, as it is a skeletonized approach. It is real crystal glass set in machined aluminum. And so the Tourbillon in every way is made not for the future, but for eternity. Thank you very much. I'd now like to invite you on stage. Have a closer look. Thank you.
First time seeing the interior of the Bugatti Tourbillon with that skeletonized instrument cluster and wheel that floats around the airbag. Look at all of the crystal controls. They use real crystal, and the integrated bucket seats are incredible.